get a first class education.
Yeah.
And I mean, the only thing is you have to serve in the military. But
For like 4 years though.
Alright, I want to start this. Is it
hours?
rolling?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Bottle Rocket Show. This is season 2, episode 2, and I'm Daniel.
I'm Afif.
I'm Boss.
I'm Jacob.
Tito.
Alright.
Patrick Mahomes is going back to back.
Tom Brady.
He won last year?
Yeah, I feel like people only know the Chiefs because of what's his brother's name?
Jackson.
Jackson.
Is he popular on TikTok though because he's Patrick Mahomes' brother, or
Yeah,
he makes good TikToks?
He
I
doesn't
think
make
it's-
good
That's a little bit.
It's a combination.
They're a little
They're kind of sweet.
He
They're
makes
kind of
he makes interesting TikToks.
He said he's not gay. His voice is just.
Oh, he's not?
That's what he said.
That's crazy. I can't imagine some.
People were being really homophobic towards him.
But
Dude, like the second you made a TikTok there, like, dude, imagine having Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, that's your. No, but for real, he's like,
he's like
6'7".
6'7", yeah.
He's 6'7", dude.
Bro, you're worried about the wrong.
Go.
he played basketball in high school.
Yeah.
Too. I was like, what?
Oh,
Bro.
He was playing basketball?
He could go to college? He's 6'7"?
I don't think he's going to college.
I think when you're
I want to go to college.
No, I'm saying like D1. He could go like D1.
And that contract he has,
Yeah, I guess he was
I'll
decided to play
be
the
like-
wrong ball.
I would do TikTok like him.
How many followers do you have? Like 15 million?
Who?
Patrick Mahomes' brother.
He has like 1 million.
He has like.
Oh, that's it.
It's not that many yet. that's
Yeah,
true.
but he's.
I don't know who would follow him.
Nah. But the thing about that though, I seen on TikTok, it's like to really be like a master of like getting girls, you have to be kind of gay.
Whoa!
You have to.
Alright.
Like people always asking like always asking LeBron or Jordan. I'd go Jordan because he has the most rings.
Yeah.
That's wait
I think Jordan's better right now, but LeBron will pass him.
in rings.
No, in like overall like greatest player.
I think.
But don't you play the
I think he already
game?
passed him.
But don't you play the game to win championships though?
Yeah,
Not,
yes.
well, not,
You
it's,
do.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
So
And
you have to look at it this way. So LeBron has. So Jordan in all of his rings has only won against like 5 All-Stars. LeBron faced that in one of his finals. He had a team with 5 All-Stars.
Yeah.
He went against Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker. Those are
I think
three Hall of
LeBron's
Fame
competition is harder.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And
Okay.
Kawhi, right?
players. And Kawhi.
He played
Because he had
Spurs team and he
yeah.
played the Warriors team. Which is the
Kevin
greatest team of
Durant,
all time.
fucking Russell Westbrook, Harden, and that was like that was what, like 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what the hell? And then
It's
when
Thomas
it's Dirk,
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say
Dirk
this
and
competition
Jason
is
Kidd.
harder.
yeah, way harder. You have to expect them to lose some.
Yeah.
Yeah, like LeBron got pretty unlucky playing the best team of all time.
Especially
4
when-
years in a row.
Especially when your backup point guard for like 3 years was Mario Chalmers. Like,
But do y'all think he's
That's
He was
the
cold
other
on 2K
thing
though.
that, like,
he is cold
people
on
don't even
2K.
talk about with the Warriors. Like, yeah, they had that starting 5, but the people they had on backup was insane.
Yeah,
It's like
Iguodala coming
always-
off the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
And they had
His prime.
what was the
Yeah.
point? What was the point guard they had?
Sean Livingston.
Sean Livingston,
That
yeah.
man was
He
cold.
was a dog.
Wait, where is he?
Because I was up to Chile was a dog.
He retired.
Why?
Dude,
So that whole Warriors team was left right after KD left.
Yeah, they have a bunch of LA fitness kids.
Y'all think the Lakers are gonna win again this season?
Yeah.
Nah.
I think they're going.
No. Who would stop them?
The Nets.
I,
Once they actually start getting like.
I think they're going finals. They're going
Kyrie
finals
shows
for
up.
sure.
Yeah.
But
But think about it. Though.
I don't think
they have. Okay, look. If they can learn how to play with KD, James Harden, and Kyrie, who's
Okay, they're
yo, Harden was coming off the bench yesterday.
Harden?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Why?
they need to play Harden at 6 man.
Dude, yeah, that is
They
true.
need to
It's-
give him the Manu Ginobili role.
yeah, it's not
second
gonna work. Like, cause I was thinking like they all three want the ball
Yeah.
all the time.
and Harden
So-
passed like all of his like passes he had. He just passed them up. He never took the shot. He took
Wow.
like 5 shots yesterday.
I think he's tired of taking so many shots.
Yeah, I think
bro.
he's
Like
done.
Houston,
he
like
wants to pass and win a championship.
Houston
and that's
is
it.
making him take away too many shots. But he was having fun with it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. Is like Harden could run an entire offense on his own. He doesn't need the other.
But they're
people
not
to be
gonna
honest.
win.
No, they're not gonna win. But think
Yeah.
about it this way: you Harden by himself could score more points in the second unit.
Yeah.
So you just have KD and Kyrie come in, and then the next time it's just all Harden taking over the floor.
That's tough.
Like that's insane.
If they actually do it like that.
If
that
they
would
do it
make
like that, that's why they need to hire me as coach. Fire Steve Nash.
Dog.
And then bring
I
I forgot
don't
Steve
think-
Nash.
Yeah, I forgot.
I don't think Steve Nash was a good pick up for.
Dude, when they started attacking him because he wasn't black, I was like, okay.
Yeah, that did not make sense.
Yeah.
Think about it. Like
How?
he has no coaching experience.
Yeah,
No
that is-
analysis experience. He's just a player. Any other player
but-
would have done that who wasn't
No,
white.
he was a
But he
player.
does know the
developmental
game
coach.
pretty
Yeah.
well.
But who would you give it to? Ty Lue?
No,
No, they had Mark Jackson.
Yeah, they had Mark Jackson up there. Like, come on, that guy has years of coaching.
That Mark Jackson
experience.
basically like framed the Warriors.
Oh, so like
What they
the
were
assistant
saying.
didn't get moved up, he just stayed assistant.
Yeah, but I wonder how much like input like guys like Kyrie had on like choosing that.
Yeah.
Where, like,
A lot.
I want a coach who's
That's the thing. Kyrie's pissed because he didn't get a say.
yeah.
He didn't get a say.
Oh yeah, I heard
So
that. He
okay,
didn't
so like
want
the
to
same
dash.
thing is kind of happening with like the Texans and Watson. Like, so
Yeah.
who is eventually going on? Like, is that the GM or? But I thought the Texans didn't have a GM. So like, who
Yeah.
ends up deciding? Like,
I think it's
I
the
think it's
owner
the
of the
GM.
team.
it's the owner.
Dude,
the
there's
owner
so
of the
many
team.
like.
I think the owner should not have
Yeah.
like input on who.
Well, I mean, but
Because I feel like
that's their
GM knows way
money.
more.
Yeah, that's
Their
what
money.
I know, but like
Could you
GM knows
imagine
way more.
telling Jerry Jones, "Hey man, can you shut up and go sit in the corner?"
I mean,
Yeah.
you don't have to shut up, but like you should be like, okay, you're the expert on this, so you should
That's true.
you should be able to deal with.
Yeah.
No, I think the players should have a choice on.
I mean, the
Whatever.
player.
But
Yeah.
okay, but they
Yeah.
like whenever they compare the NBA to like slavery because a bunch of like white owners, I'm like, dude, you're getting paid millions of dollars. It's not adding
Who
up.
said that?
Like I see on Twitter all the time. They're like,
Really?
they're legit like they can move you whenever they want.
But that's just business, though. That's the
Exactly.
game.
They
Tito,
say,
are you on socialist Twitter?
I don't know, dude. I be on all.
I see the same
Nah,
thing on
I
my
see that
Instagram.
one.
I be on all sides of Twitter.
Y'all ever look who retweets that and then like immediately unfollow them?
Nah, it's I don't follow people on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like if I followed you, I'm.
You're following your choice?
Yeah. like-
About man, I watched that Social Dilemma about.
Oh, yeah, I watched
I
that.
watched it a month ago. I deleted everything except Instagram. I was like, I don't.
Instagram is the worst one.
No,
Instagram
Instagram's all
sucks.
positivity for me. I just got like
Instagram
babes
is legit.
and sports.
Dude, Instagram is like the worst. Is the bottom tier.
No,
of social media.
Snapchat is the worst
Okay,
social media.
but Snapchat's not a social media to me. It's like a messaging app.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like you don't just find random people on.
I don't watch
Snapchat.
stories anymore.
Yeah, I don't do
I
that.
haven't seen like I only see like private stories.
But I
Yeah.
hate. I don't understand the thing that Snapchat's trying to do, like trying to be like TikTok. You know, like when you slide all the way to the right.
do a little. I don't even use
Yeah,
that.
I mean, Instagram has done the same thing.
Yeah,
with
everybody's
videos.
trying to
But
do
with Instagram, I feel like Instagram is trying to be the app that has all the social media in one.
The
Yeah.
shopping tab is the worst decision of.
Yeah.
And the rails, that's just terrible. Like,
Yeah.
The shopping tab makes me feel so poor.
Dude.
Why did they get like $1,000,
Exactly.
bro?
I can't afford that.
Nah.
Dude,
when they
it doesn't
first
target
added
you
the Insta story, I was like, what the hell? But
Yeah.
now that's actually fire.
It's a good feature.
Nah, it has
Yeah.
the best music
Yeah.
like ever.
That's what
Better
I'm
than
saying.
Snapchat.
Hey, there's
No,
nothing.
Snapchat is.
There's
Yeah.
nothing Snapchat
Yo.
can do that nothing can do else
Yeah.
can do better. So like Instagram.
If
do
they
everything.
added like it's good, but
Good,
social
but-
media.
Yeah.
Social media. How impactful was that movie?
What?
The Social Dilemma.
It just made you realize how
Yeah,
you're being,
yeah,
how
yeah.
your social media apps are being controlled.
Honestly, yeah, but like.
did
and
y'all,
how they like
did y'all
game-
not know that?
We know, we
knew
knew that,
they
bro.
weren't being controlled.
You just
I
need someone
can
to
tell you
Dude,
the
people think like deleting something is gonna
Yeah.
make it go. You're
It
gonna
doesn't.
download it in like a month.
Yeah.
Like it's.
Well, the big thing for me that like was a shocker for me was how focused the companies are on like making
Getting your
profit
attention. Yeah.
and like the
Yeah,
negative
yeah, yeah.
stuff that comes
Yeah.
from that, like the echo chambers that are caused.
The ad targeting is crazy.
Yeah.
Clearly,
Right.
echo chamber.
So like if I'm a Trump supporter and then I go and I'm only looking at Trump supporter stuff, they're only gonna suggest
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
Trump supporter stuff.
I
So
mean,
now I'm not
yeah,
seeing
that's
anything.
just-
So that's how you get to where you have an entire,
Yeah.
bunch of people who
And then
everyone
I
thinks they're
saw-
idiots. And so people have different facts.
Yeah.
And then so like that's how people can be dumb enough to storm the Capitol because they actually think that that's the only option that they have left.
that is. I mean, yeah. That's,
I saw
that's
that.
true.
And another thing I saw was like, it depends on like your location. Like, let's say if you Google
Yeah,
climate
that
change.
was crazy.
Yeah.
That was
It'd be like,
crazy.
let's say like Houston was, pro climate change. It'd be like, climate change is bad, blah, 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 blah. But if you were like, let's say somewhere like, I don't know, like
Buffalo,
Pittsburgh
Ontario.
or some
Yeah.
shit like that, we're like,
Yeah.
oh, climate change is a hoax, like it's just
Yeah.
bullshit,
And so they
Like, it
and
varies on your
exactly.
location.
So
yeah.
and those companies, because they're private entities, they're not regulated. There's no like government oversight, and so they can do whatever they want, and they can make half the people believe one thing and half the
Yeah.
people believe another thing.
That's why they were trying
And so
to like, get Mark Zuckerberg in the
yeah.
and all those trials that he had.
How much y'all think the principal makes at Travis?
175.
100K.
120.
75.
I think it's closer to what he said, like
It's
170.
It's like-
It's
170?
High up there.
150.
No,
Like
it's
Charles
big.
Brady?
It's
That
just
boy's-
it's such a hard job because
Yeah.
there's a limited amount of high schools.
I don't even know the name of my principal.
Well, you
Mr.
have to
Laverne.
you have to do so
You
much
like the
stuff
DS?
though. Like you have to be at
Not
like
gonna lie.
all of the events there. I didn't know that.
I do not like our principal.
There has to be a principal.
Our principal currently?
Yes.
I don't like her.
I don't even know
like her
who
more
she
than Miss
is.
Diaz.
But, hey, no, there's no way that Mr.
Oh,
Bird
wait,
at every
which,
sporting award.
do you want to cut it out?
Yes.
No, not her.
If you're watching,
Not
The whole
Yeah,
staff. The whole
yeah.
principal staff.
Yeah.
just cut this out. Just cut out that.
That wouldn't be
Alright.
too bad. I wouldn't mind that.
But
No,
yeah.
she's cool. I like a. I made an Inglourious Bastards reference and she caught it, which
What
was.
was the reference?
Remember when we were doing the fake? Oh, one time we had a fake being Persians for the TRF-TV, but that's a different story.
Terrorist activity?
Oh, I
What the
remember that.
fuck?
Fake being. How did you get terrorists from Persians?
Leave.
You said terrorist activity.
No, I didn't.
After you said Persian.
He said T-Rat. What did
For
he
T-Rap TV.
Oh, I remember that.
It's like, what the fuck they got going on?
I recorded that bit.
That boy did it.
No, what's
Wait,
it called?
what did y'all have to do?
So this girl was running this. She got contacted by the principal to run this like assignment thing for
A little
like
segment on T-Rap TV.
for a whole segment on TV about holidays, like
They're different cultural holidays.
during Christmas
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And there, we had no Persians at Travis. There were none. So she just got like a bunch of Pakistanis and Arabs and like Hispanic people who looked Arab and sat them down and gave them a script
Cancel her.
to read. And so I
That's racist.
have y'all seen Inglourious Bastards?
No.
Yeah, I got it.
You know the scene where they're like faking to be Italian?
Oh, good long.
It was good. I made that joke and she caught it, and it was like really weird because I didn't expect her to like be watching Quentin Tarantino. But yeah, all right, that's what I had to say. What were we talking about?
170K
I
though?
just said I like Miss Diaz more because
I didn't even talk
She
to her.
doesn't talk to me.
Oh, but she gave me Chick-fil-A cards.
I mean, she got forced out though, didn't she?
Really?
Oh yeah, because of what?
Oh yeah, because all the kids that died and stuff like that.
No kid died.
What?
One kid died.
No,
One kid did
no,
die.
No, died? No kid died.
Bro, what
The
are we
one
talking
kid-
about?
The one kid.
No, remember when some black kid got assaulted in the
Yeah, it was
bathroom and then
because
he
of
got
that.
sent to Ferndale, not the
And a
white
special ed
kid.
kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
No, because he beat him up, right? And then a bunch of people went and beat him up, and his parents were like, "If you send him, we're gonna sue you." And so she was like, "Ah,"
Bro.
and then they didn't do it.
Who is that?
Wait.
I remember.
I heard that. I was like, "Oh, that's
Who is that white dude? Some white dude got jumped, and like his girl left him.
Dude,
That-
he-
It's a situation. It's a
That's what
situation.
you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's down bad.
Wait, I'm confused.
That's
Wait.
down catastrophic.
Bro, I swear, I think he's my neighbor. Like, not my next door neighbor, but I think he lives like 3 houses.
Bro, sophomore year shit happens.
Dude,
What?
like, yeah, that's
So,
what I
okay,
remember.
some black kid got beat up by a white kid, and then
Yeah,
they beat up the
it was
black
the
kid,
Hispanic
and then they
kid.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I
they,
remember the
they sent
special
the
needs
black
kid.
kid to Ferndale, and then they kept the white kid.
They
in
sent
the-
a sped kid to Ferndale?
No. Okay, so there's a special needs kid. He gets beat up for whatever reason. I don't remember what. And then some people were like, "I can't believe you did that," and so they did the right thing. I
They
think.
beat him up.
Most people would think,
Yeah.
and they jumped him.
Yeah.
And he got beat up pretty bad, so his parents came in. They were like, "If you send him for what he did, we're gonna sue you." But I guess that didn't happen for the other
Yeah.
people, so then
Yeah.
they got sent.
Dang.
That's crazy.
I think fighting's okay.
I think
To an extent,
yeah,
yeah.
to an extent. Like honestly, it doesn't really solve anything because you still end up hating the person after. But like, I think that
No, I feel like
Doesn't
after a
school
fight,
protect you?
no,
I feel like
it depends. If there's a
There's a
clear,
lot of
if there's a
times
clear
that the
winner,
school doesn't
then you're
tell
scared.
the police
Like, then,
what-
yeah, that makes
yeah.
sense.
No.
But like, if there's no clear winner, you still just.
if I get into a fight with someone, I feel like the second that fight is done, my feelings toward them are like clean slate.
Really?
Yeah, like that.
No,
I would hate the guy. I would hate the guy more.
I don't see the point of fighting,
thinks that Afif has not been in a fight.
I haven't been in two fights.
Wait.
I don't
Oh,
want to say
you
nothing
tough.
other than our
You
friend.
tough.
Huh?
You tough with it. You said 2 fights?
Yeah.
Tough.
Oh my god.
He hard.
Dude, if I got in a fight, I get my ass beat.
I
I'm not gonna
remember
lie, I just can't imagine.
the only time I fought Sam, but it was at football practice.
Oh, I almost got into a fight with the letter.
Who?
His name is a letter. I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, later?
I can't imagine a feet fighting.
I can't.
I was in Taekwondo for a little bit.
Hey, have y'all seen his kick?
Have y'all seen my kicks?
Do it right now.
Do it right now.
Hey, it's the highest kick I've ever seen out of any human.
Oh
That's the highest that one.
Dude, how? That's the cheerleader.
You wildin', bro.
So I went to, it was this like amateur like.
Oh yeah, he told me.
I went to this like amateur jujitsu. This is like a month ago. An amateur jujitsu, like everyone was wearing masks, but they went.
They cancel you.
Yeah. There was
Nobody
like a lot of
canceled you.
people. I was kind of worried though, because there was a lot. It was in like this like small, but they had, it was like a UFC thing. Like they had the tank, and there were kids at first, but then the final. Bro, some of these adults were like going at it. Like one of them put it, and one dude like twisted someone's ankle, and you could like hear it pop. Dude, it was crazy.
I don't think fighting. No, for me to fight someone, I just don't.
I gotta really.
No, I don't see the
have
point
to-
of fighting.
No,
Yeah,
no.
don't get me wrong.
I'll get my hands
like.
dirty, bro.
I really have to like.
No.
That dude has to do something crazy.
Yeah,
Actually,
like-
like swing.
I could never swing.
I wouldn't even.
I mean, I would
yeah.
swing if I have to. Like, if you swung on me, I'm not gonna
Okay,
let you just hit me.
man.
You know
I
what
would
I'm
just be
saying?
like, I'll give you 2 swings. You
But
just
for
swing on
me,
the first time.
to like just go initiate a fight for what?
Nah,
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
choosing violence.
That's also what I don't understand is you get sent to Ferndale if you're defending yourself.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
You gotta get screwed over if you get in a fight.
I feel
Yeah.
like there's some. I mean, isn't there some leeway with that though? It's like if you come up and sucker punch me and then I push you off and like kick you or something, or like punch you and then push you off. And
So
then,
there's
and
no
then
witnesses
just
when you get sent to
No, the
Ferndale?
second you return blows.
Yeah, the second you turn blows, you're going to front door. You should hit them back.
So there's no
Is that what they
witnesses?
say
They're like,
though?
I would,
See,
I would do
yeah.
some Hulk Hogan
I don't
shit.
know.
You know Hulk Hogan? He would just stand there and then like just take all the hits and just not even look fake.
no.
That'd be even more
No,
cool.
that's kind of tough though. You're just
Yeah.
eating
Yeah,
them all.
he just everything and walked away.
You're just like,
And then he goes to Ferndale.
Bro. I think like if you have a witness, you shouldn't be sent to Ferndale. If there's like actually
Yeah.
multiple witnesses, like at least 3.
no,
So,
I mean, you don't always get sent to front because I remember, y'all know Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So,
black one?
yeah, the black one. He got in a fight over 2K. Like, literally, that's what the fight was about. Because somebody said he sucked at 2K. So,
That boy chose violence.
he walked into the dude's class, picked him up from his chair, threw him, and walked out the class.
What?
He just walked out.
No, because that's the thing. It's either look, if normal people who are reasonable won't get into fights, but other people, it's the slightest shit that would take them off in a battle.
I think isn't that like Jacob's syndrome or something?
Huh?
I have like too much testosterone.
But no, I was just learning about that. So what it is you have an extra. So like
It's your, like,
females
X.
have
Yeah.
the 23rd chromosome. Females have 2 X's. The male has XY. If you can have, that's like people can have extra chromosomes but still be regular. So like if you have XYY, that's
Yeah.
Jacob's syndrome. If you have
XYX.
XYX, I think it's
It's like some kind of wait.
It's like I think Huntington's.
Is that how
Yeah.
gay works?
No.
You said what?
Gay
That's
isn't
how gay works?
Being gay isn't genetic, bro.
See how the
No, but like, you know
works?
how some people are born that way?
I know it develops as
It's,
a psychological thing.
It's a,
So nobody's
like
born gay?
It's like how you speak, right? You know how like at this, the older you get, you start developing language skills.
Yeah.
It's like the older you get, you start developing like your
Old
sexuality.
article.
So you're not born gay.
You're not. No
So
one's
here,
born
so-
straight.
so
No one's born
check
gay.
this out.
You
We're
become
gonna-
straight and you become gay. There's no like default factory settings that you're on, and then all of a sudden they start switching.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's not what my my high school biology textbook said. I mean, what you know here we go.
You took a picture of this?
Yes,
He
I
sent it
sent
to
it
me.
to him. Okay, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Okay, the biochemical. This is really talking about transgender people.
Oh, well, that's
This is
it.
the biochemical, physiological, and anatomal features associated with males and females are turning out to be more complicated than previously thought, and many genes involved in their development. Because of the complexity of this process, many variations exist. Some individuals are born with intermediate sexual characteristics, or even with anatomal features that do not match an individual's own sense of gender. Sex can no longer be used interchangeably with the word gender because there is need for more development of research.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with being gay.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
just a transgender.
So basically, that's defining So when someone
Yeah, but it used to be that sex and gender were the same thing.
well,
Yeah.
that has nothing to do with sexuality. Sex and gender have nothing to do with sexuality.
Okay.
So
Wait, really?
this is pertaining. So when Ben Shapiro makes his arguments for transgenderism, he says that men have innate male characteristics and female have innate female characteristics, but that's just not true. Because there's women who out there who are more buff
Yeah.
and taller than men.
Dykes.
Than some. No, not dykes. Like Alexis Pellegrino is tall and buff. That's a male characteristic. I'm named on
Dude,
she's not.
dude,
There's
dude,
not.
dude,
There's
no,
not.
no, dude, you know that one TikTok?
No, she's.
Okay, but she works out though.
Because she works out and her ass is fat. She's
Dude,
Bro,
hey,
everything
wait.
that Dan
No,
said,
we
You know that one
cut that.
TikTok girl that like she has like
Oh, yeah,
buff
bro.
arms?
yeah, she was doing the dance.
Yeah,
and like,
like-
it's something. No, perfect example.
Yes,
So
yes.
she has male characteristics,
Yeah.
and then there's men who are born like feminine, who have like this.
Yeah, there's
might have, like-
definitely a spectrum, and to say that they're not is just.
Yeah, so
doesn't
there's
make
so in
sense.
reality there's no such thing as like a male or female characteristics.
Oh, I think
So those girls that look like boys?
They're just born like that, or like there's obviously there's
It's
some.
more of like looking at like psychological things too,
Yeah.
like how you would react. Like you've got dudes who are more macho and like you know, and then you have dudes who are kind of like hip. We'll just think like hippies or people that play like the guitar. Like, they're masculine in their own right, but it's not necessarily like there's a spectrum, and to say that it's just one and two is not.
Yeah, so like when Ben Shapiro says like men have to stick in this section or women have to stick in the other
Is that a
section.
touchdown?
Oh, what a catch!
Touchdown!
Yeah, this is right.
He's gonna miss the kick though.
He's gonna miss it.
It's Mason Crosby. He doesn't miss. I hope I didn't jinx
Yo!
him. He missed. I
That's-
jinxed him?
No,
Oh,
no.
that was a big- that was a big
That was
shot.
close as hell though.
Justin Tucker sold.
Yeah, he's like the best kicker in the league too.
He like hadn't missed at all, and then he missed like 4 over the course of 2 games.
How do kickers feel when they miss, bro? That's your only
That's
job.
I don't know.
It was
It's really
super
hard.
windy at that game, though.
Oh.
Like the wind, and the wind was like changing. So
But like, if you're a kicker, like this is the game winner field goal,
Yeah.
and you miss.
You're like,
I'll
don't
be
go
so
back.
nervous.
Don't go back in the locker room.
Dude, when those kickers hit like 60-yard field goals,
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's what Kyle should have done, bro. Kyle should have done all the way.
It's
Kyle?
nice tough.
Yeah.
really?
You think he could have done it?
He only plays soccer.
I'm surprised
Yeah.
that you don't see like professional soccer players being like, I'm tired of running. I'm gonna go kick the ball.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I think I don't know why
Most-
they don't do that.
Most of the, but think about a lot of the guys in the NFL that are like kickers and the real good ones. Like they're not soccer players.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me. Like it's the same kick.
If I have a kid and he wants to do sports, I'm gonna encourage him to do javelin or kick.
Yeah.
Because
Oh.
javelin is the
You
only.
just throw a spear, bro.
I know, bro. Have you seen his kicks? He's better be kicking. Yeah, yo, jeans.
Dude, javelin throws is the only thing that you can't do in school on track
Yeah,
meets,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So if you like rent out a thing, your child could be the only person in the school district doing javelin throws. That's an easy scholarship.
Yeah, true.
Easy scholarship.
Especially like I know here in Texas, it's not really a big challenge,
Yeah,
so you
yeah,
can
yeah.
easily get recruited for
But
that.
still, like you throw a jab.
But like, if you live in one of those like useless states like Connecticut and
You
shit,
said useless
they
thing.
have other people
What'd
doing
you
it.
Sorry if you
Like
live in
Delaware.
Connecticut.
I didn't even know Delaware was a real
Okay,
state.
you know,
Delaware.
you know how like
Delaware.
Delaware it says, or like
Wisconsin,
Texas
yes.
is like Lone Star State,
Yeah.
Florida is what
Yeah,
Sunshine
Delaware's
State.
first
Sunshine
state.
Yeah, Delaware is that's the only thing they have. It's just reverse. That's so bad. Like,
Delaware is down bad. I didn't even know it was a state until Biden, became
Is it
president.
Biden? Biden from Scranton?
No.
Bro, he's from Delaware,
I
though.
didn't even know Scranton was a real place until after I was in office.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was like, bro.
Hey,
When I think of Pennsylvania, I just think of Philly.
do
I
any of
just
y'all
think
have a
Philly,
Peacock
bro.
subscription?
dude, Philly's
What?
cool.
That's where the office
It's like
is showing
a
now.
You're joking.
Smells like cigarettes though.
They took it off the.
Yeah, they took it off the office. I mean, Netflix.
I know, but I
It's
didn't
on
know where it went.
Yeah,
Peacock,
it's
yeah,
like
so
Peacock.
it's a new service.
NBC,
No one's
media
gonna
streaming
buy.
No one. The office is dead now.
I'm not gonna lie. There's so many better illegal streaming websites than like Netflix
Oh.
and Hulu.
It's such a shame though because like The Office is so funny, but if it came out today, they'd be
Yeah, it'll be canceled.
It depends on the episode.
No, it'll be canceled.
Yeah.
Everything
I think-
about women, sex, gender,
Dude,
or
Big Mouth came out fine. That show about the
Big Mouth
no,
just-
but like Big Mouth is just.
Big
I don't
Mouth
watch Big
got
Mouth.
worse.
Yeah, but people were into it. What was that? Brickleberry?
I didn't watch that.
Dinkle,
Yeah,
it's
we
like,
did, we watched
wait,
it.
what about that one that's like made by that one dude who made the other
Dude, South Park's been running.
Disenchantment? Yeah.
Disenchantment
Family
sucks.
Guy.
Yeah, that's
No, I know that gay, but Family Guy. I don't think they make gay jokes anymore.
Family Guy?
Yeah,
back in the day?
Yeah, back in the
Oh
day, it
my
was terrible.
Wait,
God.
Family Guy's still rolling?
Yeah,
It's still rolling.
It's so are the Simpsons, right?
yeah.
But Simpsons have never been like.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've just been predicting
No, like
too
with
much
The
stuff.
Office, if they've been like season 3 episode 1, I remember that. That's Gay Witch Hunt.
Yeah.
When Oscar was gay.
Yeah.
That shit will be.
Dude.
I did not expect them to actually kiss at that.
Yeah, I did not.
Like that.
No,
was-
that
it
was
wasn't
the thing.
planned.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't planned. It wasn't planned.
That's
Like he just kissed him. It wasn't planned.
Remember, I watched that with my parents. My dad was so pissed because I didn't think the show would be promoting this.
That sounds like such a dad thing to say.
Yeah.
bro.
Then I remember the gaydar that Dwight had.
And then he put it right on Oscar on his
And then it's
Bro, the Office is
no, that's
bro.
gutted, bro.
I feel
I
bad.
think Moses is the most underrated character ever.
Who?
White's brother.
Moses?
Moses, really?
Yeah, Mose. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. And no, Creed is very.
Creed is underrated, bro.
Creed
That
is
is so
very
funny.
I love Creed.
Like
No.
the last episode.
They should have that
No,
one
no.
unreleased one with the anime. They should have dropped that.
Really, I've never seen it.
Yeah, exactly. Like it was like what's that black dude's name? On the Office.
Oh, the guy who dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, he dropped all
He's
his
like,
like,
"Oh, Halloween?"
Yeah, he's like, dude.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to look at him like that. Like I already knew he was fucked up, but I don't.
Yeah. I forgot his name. The black dude. Stanley. Yeah.
I was gonna say Steve.
It's one of them.
What about Stanley?
He dropped all his hentai on the ground. It was like an unreleased episode.
Yeah. It was,
wow.
It's called hentai, and it is art.
That would have.
Remember that one episode they forgot if he had a mustache or not?
Oh, yeah.
And then I really thought
No,
to
even
myself,
me too. I was thinking like,
Oh,
does he
yeah.
have a mustache or not?
Wait,
Like,
wasn't it like a black episode too?
I don't know.
It was like something about like black people.
I don't know. I remember they canceled the episode that they did blackface.
Dude, they did
What?
blackface?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did it because he would.
Yeah, it was like a Jewish thing or something like that.
Disney Plus is really good too.
Really?
So okay, so have any of y'all seen Icarus? I don't know what that is. Okay, so it was the documentary that came out. They got they got Russia finally showed that they were using steroids and got them kicked out of the Olympics.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, so it's on Netflix.
What's it called?
Really,
They just
Icarus,
dropped it and-
ICARUS.
They just dropped it and they got
Pretty
kicked out.
Yeah, so they dropped that. Well, they'd already been investigating them,
Yeah.
and then the documentaries. So they came out. You remember a couple years ago, the guy that got the dude from, I think he was in Turkey, and he got killed by the assassins. When he
Yeah, it was in Saudi
I remember
Arabia.
that.
Yeah, so this guy, he made this
Oh,
documentary,
touchdown.
and it won an Oscar, and
Yeah,
then,
that's a good
and then
game.
they had he made a new one called Dissident, which goes in and it pretty much shows how the guy was killed by the prince and the royalty in Saudi Arabia. But the thing is Netflix and Amazon Prime are all doing a lot of business with Saudi Arabia because it's an up and coming market, and so no one will air this documentary, which is insane because he literally won an Oscar, the highest award you could get for a film. And now he's made this new one, and it's supposed to be just as good, but no one has released it. But I want to rent it and watch it with a bunch of people. But
When did that happen?
$20.
Let's do that.
When did there was something
It's
similar?
it
that
was
happened.
3 years ago.
No, there was a similar thing that happened where someone couldn't air something. I don't know. It was some shit like that. But that whole Afghanistan or Saudi Arabia situation has been on the news for a while. Because literally the people who did it were bragging about it, and they had audio
Yeah.
recordings of it
Yeah.
happening.
Man, the money they have
Yeah.
is crazy.
And
Well, that was the thing. The
Pockets
audio recordings hadn't been released until they gave him the thing. They got those from the director. 'Cause
Seriously?
he went. That's what he
Who
said.
the fuck is this guy?
He's just an investigative journalist. He's not even an investigative journalist. He is because of what happened in Icarus. But so he was his thing was, so he's totally messing. He's I'm gonna do a bunch of drugs. He was I'm gonna do a biking tournament, then do a bunch of drugs, then see if I do better. Because his big thing was oh, I bet if I would have done drugs, he could have beat what's the dude with had testicular cancer, the biker.
Lewis Armstrong.
Lance Armstrong.
Lance Armstrong.
So he was I could go beat him or whatever. So he does all the drugs, but he's literally working with the head of the anti-doping agency for Russia. And the guy from Russia,
Hey, bro.
the
Hey.
guy who's
Hey, oxtails.
the guy who's built all the
Bro,
world
you're different.
protocols-
You're not even different, bro. You're just different, bro.
the guy who's built all the world protocols is yeah, I'll help you cheat them. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I'll help you break. Like, I'll show you how to do it. Like, we do it here in Russia. We do it all the time. And so then, like, they were filming this. So he has to, like, help him escape from Russia because they're trying to kill him. Putin is trying to kill him. And there's, like, he's in witness protection now. This was 5 years ago. He's in witness protection now because Russia is, like, actively trying to kill him. He's, like, the #1 guy.
Dude, imagine being on Russia's #1 hit list.
Dude,
oh my god.
I feel like they would
never get called out at a Walmart or anything.
Well, that's the thing. Like, there's no way that, like, powerful U.S. politicians haven't killed people. Like,
of course. This is the way
The
Clintons.
No, I hate shit like that. Who? What good could that do for a U.S. politician?
No, it's just that they have the right
Like,
person.
like,
They
like,
want to eliminate you. They would.
Bro,
But why?
okay,
Why would they need to?
Bro, look. Who you think?
I hate people who are like, when the United States government is so corrupt. Motherfucker, what purpose would that serve them? They can't even get shit passed.
Bro.
They don't pass anything because if they pass something when
It's-
Trump's
it's
in
right.
office, then like you think 95% of them don't give a shit about regular people.
Yes, I'm well aware.
Okay, so
That's corrupt on its
that's
own, but the
corrupt.
whole like, the U.S. congressmen are just killing people who
I'm
know
not
too
saying
much.
you
Bro, it's for their
Congressmen, but like
reputation.
the Clintons have some power.
Yeah,
Okay,
for their-
okay, the Clintons, yes, 100%. Like the Bush family, yes, but I'm talking like AOC. People are like,
Okay,
"What the
bro,
fuck is that?"
AOC's not killing
That's
anyone.
not what I'm
You know
talking
what
about.
AOC is?
though.
Who's
People
AOC?
say that.
Dude,
Yeah, bro,
she's like
come on.
Alex said. Like, she's like a.
She's a
senator.
bullshit that everyone thinks is bad.
That's why it said
like,
AOC and
She's like,
Kamala's
It's just
first
one-
she's
one.
like,
Obviously you should know
she's
her.
like a
Yeah.
super socialist, like, and she's not even that, but she's not that socialist, but she's like the super socialist
She's
like
a
person that
progressive.
people point to.
Yeah.
You ever seen that one woman?
Dude, you need to know who she is.
Yeah.
Kamala
What's her
Harris?
rep? No,
No,
AOC.
AOC's like 30, right? She
No,
doesn't
she's
know.
Okay, what do y'all
she's
think?
27.
What do y'all think about
She's young.
Or some shit like that.
like how they're like, this is a big deal because there's all these different people being represented in the cabinet, and like that's a big deal. And I saw this thing on Instagram. It was like there's 4 black defensive coordinators or defensive
I think-
in the games today, and they're like that's a big deal. And so like the arguments that I've heard are like it's good because like people want to see like people of their own like color being represented, kind of like the same thing with
It has to be a
like how like you didn't have like a good like black superhero before you had like Black Panther.
I think it's
Green
like, it
Lantern.
has to be a
Conjuring.
mixture. It has to be a mixture between like, merit and them like actually deserving it. Like there was a Native American woman who got elected to the cabinet. She
Yeah.
100% deserved that position.
Yeah.
She was the first Native American cabinet member.
Yeah.
But there was this like Latino guy who like had like 6 years of public service. Like, dude, why are you there?
Yeah.
You know, like he should not have gotten appointed to that cabinet position. But it was obvious just because like they needed. I don't know. I felt like they just needed.
I mean, I think it's good for society because
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
just changing.
I mean that
Yeah,
makes
that's what I think
sense.
so, too.
Like, also with the example I'll give is like, for example, like how people say like they make everything gay in like movies. It's because like gay people have never been really, they've kind of been like oppressed,
Yeah.
so they have
I
to
mean,
make them like, you
the way
know,
they made-
represented.
feel included.
Like the way they
you know
made
what I'm saying?
SpongeBob gay, I was like, that was.
Yeah, so they have to make them feel included because
Yeah.
like they've kind of been not.
Yeah.
The thing is there's a difference between shoving it in your face and like I'm fine if you do that, but like let me flesh out this thought. Like there's a difference between like shoving it in your face, like oh these are 2 gay main characters, or just like having it there.
Yeah.
Like, there's certain like I was watching The Mandalorian. They had an entire like 8 minutes of the final episode just women kicking ass. And I was like, this is fucking amazing. But then when you have like the Ghostbusters where they just redid the entire cast with the women, and it was like the entire joke of the movie was that it was a woman. I was like, what?
Bruh.
Like why?
Like,
I feel like
That was just 'cause
if
it
you
was a
make it a
shitty
big
movie,
deal, you're
though.
purposely gonna piss people off. You need
that
to just
is
like
true.
add it.
Yeah, that is true. Like, but
Not as like a selling point, you know?
Yeah.
most of them.
We're walking eggshells here.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
like,
I
it's
didn't
selling
want to
point
say
to
anything.
make
eggshells.
like
Yeah, we're walking
a lot of gay people watch it so they can feel included. There's a movie
Yeah.
for you to feel
Yeah,
included.
I mean,
That's-
yeah.
I mean,
That's-
with me,
that's the way the
I don't
world
really
is.
care. Like when they made Spider-Man gay, like obviously I was confused. You know,
What are you talking
Wait,
about?
what?
Yeah, Miles, whatever.
Miles Morales.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, damn.
Yeah,
He's gay in the video game?
I still haven't seen
I'm fine with it.
Spider-Man.
You haven't seen Into the Spider-Verse?
I
That
know,
was
I
watched it,
wild.
great.
I saw it
It's
twice.
just really hard for me to watch animated stuff.
Yeah.
It's not even anime like that. It's
Bro,
like
anime is amazing.
I did not know that.
it's like
Yeah,
cartoon.
bro, he's gay.
Do you think that they did that and they were like, he is, or they were like, ooh, I bet it would be cool if he was gay, and they did it as an afterthought?
They did that after though.
Afterthought,
Yeah.
definitely.
That just seems like ingenuous.
Yeah,
I
because
think-
I feel like you gotta
gay
start
people
with
watch
it.
superheroes, man.
What?
Bro, what are you talking about?
I'm fine with it because Miles Morales isn't really a character that's been like completely fleshed out in like media yet. We've only
Captain America's gay.
Wait,
What?
Yeah,
No,
you
no,
didn't
no.
know that? He's gay for Bucky.
He literally went back in time to fuck that girl.
Nah, bro.
Dude, he's not gay.
Nah,
not
bro,
gay.
Captain America. I'm telling you, Captain
serious?
Oh,
America.
maybe,
Yeah,
maybe
If Captain America grew up today, he would have been gay. But he had to grow up in the 20s and the 30s, so
Oh, maybe.
everything was impressed. But they're
okay.
saying like there were people who were like
But
he
he went
had
broke.
affection for. I know, but I'm
The
telling you.
thing was he went back.
Wait,
Yeah,
that
you
kind
don't, you don't think that there are some people
That
that,
kinda
like
makes
lived in
sense,
that time
bro.
that are like, I'm not gay.
Yeah, okay. Oh, like
But
the imitation.
if they have the
Isn't
choice
the
now,
imitation
then
guy?
they would be.
Yeah.
Also, like, I was watching House of Cards, and then like halfway through,
Is that good?
It's
It's really
great.
good.
It's actually great.
Yeah, it's
halfway
good.
through, like the main character is gay or
Yeah.
bisexual, and I was just like, oh, that's no, because the way they introduce it is it was exactly
Is
like
it a
that,
guy
like a
or
childhood
is it a
friend.
guy or a girl?
It's a guy. It was like a childhood friend, like Bucky, and then they just
Agents
like
of Shield.
just did shit.
Is it bad
Wait,
that
they
like
fucked?
Not in. I haven't. So I think there's gay sex later, but not right now. That shit.
Yeah, I can't.
like it doesn't bother me at all if it's like girls, but like when it's guys, I feel bad for saying that. But like sometimes,
No, to be honest,
Dude, wait, you seen Shameless?
Oh, dude,
Like
Shameless.
literally,
It's got
the dude
everything in there. It's got everything in
This
there.
dude got hit from behind like so many times.
y'all know I got my podcast taken down for. Actually, no, I don't want to talk about.
Dude,
this.
what? Yeah, you're the one who got your shit taken down?
Yeah,
thought we
I
did.
made a podcast for MSA where I said homosexuality wasn't a sin, and then
Oh.
I got that shit taken down.
oh, why did it get taken
Because
down?
I fucked with some higher ups in the Islamic community. They
That's
But
crazy.
isn't that true? That I thought it's a sin.
It is.
it's
Like they.
Oh, I
think
don't
it's
know
debatable
about
and
I don't
no
know
one
about
else
for
thinks
y'all.
But is it like Christian? Because I know for Christianity, it's like you're still accepted to be in the church. We just don't like.
We think you're sinning.
Yeah, that's the way it was explained to me.
That might be okay. Well, that's the thing is there's a big difference between like Catholics and the different
Yeah,
types
yeah,
of
true.
denominations.
Still, like they still want you to go to church. They just don't support of your ways, like the way you live your life.
I had a friend who went to church with her girlfriend, and then they kissed like during.
During peace, yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody looked at them.
they got kicked out.
Oh.
That's tough.
That's yeah.
That's
I
tough.
want to know what happens during church because like someone told me recently that like the priest becomes like possessed by Jesus's ghost
Okay, look.
or something like that.
Something that's been on my mind though. You know how we're going towards a society that's gonna be very futuristic, right?
Yeah.
Do you think in like 100 years people are still gonna believe in religion?
You
No.
need an answer for the unknown, and until we don't get that,
Yeah.
That is
I
true.
think that you'll have some people that do, but I think there's a growing
Like
support.
put all your faith in robots.
Because I know like the way, like
bro.
like just media culture is today is just like when you're seen as religious, you're seen as like what the fuck. Like,
Yeah,
you're seen as like
that's true.
conservative or like a right person or like a Trump
Mm.
supporter, something when you're religious.
I think all religions need a major adaptive shift to be more suitable for society. Because like when we talk about like controversial issues at my masjid, it's
Yeah.
like most of these points you can't say
Yeah.
normally, and it's because we morally and philosophically we've said okay, this is now fine, but like religions are still like obviously against it. So I think we need to start looking at the text a little bit more deeply and see if we can apply it to society today. Because I know the Bible can be taken like that, but
Well,
if you have
yeah.
people who read the Bible who are like abortion is completely wrong,
Yeah.
no same-sex marriage, and like all these things that like society is very obviously heading in this direction, you're just self-destructing.
Cause you still have like pro-life.
Yeah,
people
but that's
from,
that's
like,
why a lot of people are. I think, and I mean, for me, that was kind of like part of it. It's like, well, you know, like if I'm supposed to believe everything, this super. I mean, this is a like very mundane way of looking at it. But if it's like if I go, I'm supposed to look at this super old book and like they're saying all this stuff, and it's like, well, that just doesn't make any sense for where we're at in society now.
Yeah.
So then it's like
Yeah.
now the other stuff doesn't make any sense. But I mean, I think it's just important, like especially with all of the religions, they've got those, core values of being good to your community,
Yeah.
the people around you, not being an asshole. Like,
Pretty much.
if you follow that, you love your family, you love people around you, then good things will come to you. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
But like with religion, if like let's say religion does change for society, to fit us,
Well, not
then
change. I
that-
just think the interpretation needs to change.
but that makes the religion bullshit then.
Not necessarily, because
Yeah, I know,
religion. So this is what I realized.
That's
Religion is not what like someone the higher up says to you. It's your personal connection with it, right? So like one of the issues I've had with like Islam recently is that a majority of the people in it get their interpretations from the book from some Islamic scholar or something like that. They don't read the book themselves and detract meaning from it. They listen to what someone else has to say.
But if it's like that, that means everybody will have a different viewpoint of religion.
What's wrong with that?
No, that's the way.
But that's not the way.
I think that's the way that
That's why
it
we got
should
freaking
be.
7 sectors of
But
Christianity.
that's not the way
Well,
that it is.
That's not why you have 7 sects of Christianity.
No. That's not exactly why I'm saying
people
that.
wanted to get divorced, and then they were
yeah.
like,
No.
You're like, you gotta stay with your ugly fat wife.
Dude,
I know
that's
she can't
crazy.
get kids, but
That's
Or
crazy.
power struggles and
Sex
stuff
till
like that.
marriage.
Yeah.
Virgin
But hey,
for
the same
life.
thing happened in Islam. We had a power struggle, and that's why we have 2 sects. So we understand.
So y'all agree that religion is supposed to change for social, or
what happens when aliens show up though?
Bro,
To get
I
thrown
don't
out
think
the
we'll
window?
be here.
I don't think
We're not gonna be here.
We're going to Mars in 2030 though.
I don't know.
Elon Musk.
There's a theory that aliens have found us. They just refuse to contact with us because we're not advanced enough.
Yeah, that's
Contact
I believe that.
Well, that was the other
Wow.
thing. If you're a super advanced civilization, like I think, like you look at the math behind it, it's very unlikely that you haven't blown yourself up,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because that seems to be the course that the world's going to at some point.
The sun is just a nuclear reactor.
What is that theory? It's the great filter or something like that. Like every civilization will reach a point where it will blow itself up, no matter what. Like, and the only reason we're still here is because we haven't hit the filter yet, or something. Like that.
Okay. I kind of believe that. I don't know. Like I haven't read enough on it to actually have a decision on that. But we won't be here. That's all I know. I'm like, what's it called? They just said the sun is gonna blow up. That's not gonna be when we're here.
I mean, we might be gone in the next 40 years.
Yeah, we'll like there's literally like planes to Mars, not planes, spaceships to Mars. Yeah, trips to Mars, like 10 years. So
There's a theory that everyone thinks like Elon Musk is like from the future.
Elon Musk is an alien for sure.
What?
Like,
Dude.
and he's like just trying to get
Because
us out
look, like,
before we.
dude, he's an anomaly. Like Jeff Bezos, he's like a government pet, but they can't control Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Bro. Like they literally can't.
Amazon controls the government. What do you want?
Amazon.
Hey, you see the
government
Amazon?
controls
Like
everything. They
Amazon
work
control
together.
everything because they bought like 12
they were,
new
I
planes,
read a thing. They were like,
And
they
now
only
they don't
let
have to pay,
Jeff Bezos get that
like,
rich because he has so
commercial
much information.
airlines for
Oh,
packages.
yeah,
They can just do it all on their own, so they don't have to pay anyone extra.
Who?
Amazon bought like 12
Sounds
more
a good
aircraft.
business decision.
Right.
if you guys have got, like, if you have a problem with how much, don't buy their shit.
You know, my issue with Amazon, my only issue is how they're running the post office down to hell. Like, they are fucking.
Hey, USPS sucks.
But that's the
They
way.
have a better
That's the way life
product, I don't
goes. You have
understand.
to adapt.
USPS like
Yeah.
I mean,
terrible.
eventually they're gonna get to the point where, I mean, they kind of already are, where they have that monopoly, and there's gonna have to be some government insteppage.
Like it's crazy to me that nobody else can become like a
well, I
part
mean,
of
look
the
at
big,
look
the
at
big
YouTube.
six.
Look
Like,
at YouTube. How
yeah.
many big just video streaming
Literally just
platforms
it's
are
like
there
6
besides
companies.
YouTube?
Yeah.
There's one and it's Daily Motion, and
The
no
fuck?
one uses
Daily
it.
Motion
Yeah, I know.
is
Well,
more
the
for,
other thing is Google
outside the
owns
US.
YouTube.
Google owns everything.
So if
Like,
you
bro.
type in blah, like they're gonna put in a YouTube video. They're not gonna put whatever.
Daily
you
Motion
say.
video. I have to be
Which
down
makes
bad.
sense.
You have to be at the 20th tab on
Yeah.
It's like, we'll click next.
Yeah.
What's that other one?
I don't think I've
It's
ever
like
been to the second page
video.
of a Google screen.
It's like every minute. I
Like-
think there's
No, like in a while.
there's like
Yeah, that was like middle school.
100,000
Elementary,
hours
I couldn't find the
uploaded
article.
of video. to
Bro,
YouTube.
God.
Every minute.
Yeah. But how do you become a monopoly? You have to work with like the government or something. Because like there's only
No.
6 main companies.
I
right?
mean,
You have to-
there's
you have to-
not.
You gotta exploit your workers.
Yeah. There's gotta be some bad blood.
Chinese sweatshops.
Nah, American sweatshop at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
Good job.
That's crazy to me.
Well,
Like-
that's the other, yeah.
But yeah, like, dude, what can you do though? They own it. They control.
Well, that's the
everything.
thing, and then so many places just outsource.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like okay, well, let's put some regulation on Amazon. So then they're like, yep, actually, we don't want to do any business in America. Let's go.
Quick question. Do y'all think, how do you feel about the $15 minimum wage?
That's
They're
right.
raising
For
it?
who? They're raising it.
I think it's
They're
about.
raising it.
I think it's about time.
It's about time, man.
Because like inflammation is a
Yeah.
point where like it kind of needs. To
But I
happen.
heard so like they said, like people who oppose the $15 minimum wage, they said that it raises like money for like general shit.
Yeah, I think. Well, that's what people say, and or they say if you're a restaurant and you have people who are making tips and this, they say you raise the minimum wage. Now we can't have as many workers because our costs have gone to go up, so we have less workers. So now they're having to work harder and they're getting paid more,
Yeah.
but like the overall efficiency of the restaurant like doesn't work, which
No,
may
it's not-
happen
it's-
and it may
yeah.
not happen. Like I think it just depends on a case by case
They're
thing.
saying it's like a domino.
And I don't know
effect.
enough about like small
so because,
economics to.
What I thought it was like, let's say the minimum wage is like raise it up to like $15,
Yeah.
and then milk would start costing like $5.
So that's not true.
No.
Because so efficiency,
It's not-
efficiency
yeah.
in the United States over the past, what
It
was
just
it?
depends.
Like
Depends
40
on each
years?
product.
Efficiency in the United States over the past 40 years has risen like 300%. Efficiency percentage is supposed to follow wage percentages, right? The minimum wage in the past 40 years only like raised like 20%.
Damn the Damn, the
Aaron
Vontae.
threw it late though. He was
Oh.
open.
replay.
Oh, yeah, he took.
Oh, dude, he had that.
Ah, wait.
I would have put my foot down and scored.
Oh.
I
would have dived
You go.
forward.
Dude, I would have caught it and then.
Yeah, me. Pass me the ball.
I think like
I'm going to talk about something.
What's up?
Travis Scott versus Future.
Bro, what?
Stop. Stop.
Travis Scott's
Stop.
top 10 songs will wipe Future's top 10 songs.
You're not, dude. You're not
serious?
okay.
Yeah.
Yo, Daniel stood up, bro.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
We're talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
this. We
yeah,
had
yeah.
a conversation. Bro, he will wipe him.
Man, go crazy in it.
He will wipe him.
You lost it,
I'm telling you.
Dude, you lost it, bro.
Dude.
I'll never
Oh,
lie.
you mad, bro?
I'm not mad.
Oh my god.
Bro.
I should just go. I should just go to work now.
Dude.
Oh, you what time do you have work?
Yes.
Like 3:30. Wow.
How you finna make it there?
Huh?
I just
How's it
I don't even care if I miss that time, bro. I
Yeah,
was
you
working.
somewhere?
Dude,
Nah,
bro.
Abercrombie.
No.
Yes.
I hate
No, how to be.
You're
DS2.
tripping, dude.
DS2.
DS2.
Rodeo.
Dude, are you serious?
Yeah.
He really said rodeo?
Dude.
All time?
Yes. Dude.
All time?
Okay, I'll give you Travis Scott has some classics, but like Future has more classics, bro.
I'm
Future
talking
has
about
ways.
Love
top 10.
song?
I'm saying top 10.
Future
Love
has
song?
been. Future has been
With
in the
Rihanna?
fucking.
Okay.
Dude, that's
I'm
like
210. Maria, I'm drunk.
Wow.
30 by
Okay.
100, bro.
Okay.
Nightcrawler.
Okay,
That's
that's
way
that's
better.
Travis
Dude.
Scott's worst song. I'll give you that. Nightcrawler is Travis Scott's best
Dude,
song.
but Future has more
No,
hits.
it's not.
Yes, it is.
No,
Dude,
it's not.
Yes, it is.
Future
I'll
has
take
more
Pray for Love
hits.
over
Okay,
Nightcrawler. I'm not even gonna lie.
No, bro.
Bro, I'll take Pray for
No,
Love.
bro.
What? Too much song? Like, bro, everything.
Literally. Mask Off, Draco,
Dude, like,
Fez did a
Jumpman?
Like
Oh my
this Jumpman,
God.
Big Rings, Plastic Bags,
Alright.
what? Colossal, Rich Sex, TikTok? What? I can keep going.
Dude.
F&N?
Dude.
Talk shit like a preacher? What?
Dude, bro.
Over fucking Coffee Bean? Stop trying to be God?
Bro, Stop Letting Me God is great. What are you talking about?
You gotta be stargazing? Afro Thunder?
Those are great
What?
songs. Those are great
Hey,
songs.
those are great songs, but
Those
they're
are
not
S
over.
tier
They're
songs.
not,
They're not-
they're
they're
not
not
over
Future.
Future. They're not over
Yeah,
Future.
I wouldn't put those songs up against Future. That's a different genre. Like Stop Trying to Be God is an entirely different genre.
So what would you put
Yeah,
against
it is.
Future?
It's like
Huh?
alternative.
What'd you put
Sycamore against Future.
Tom Brady's yelling at the refs. He's saying,
Sycamore's a great song. It just got too mainstream.
Dude.
Like, it went way
Okay,
too
look.
mainstream.
If we're comparing Sycamore to Where You At, I think Where You At is better, bro.
Yeah. With Drake, yes.
Yes. Like,
Jumpman.
if we're going
You know what?
Drake,
I'll compare Sycamore to Jumpman.
Jumpman,
Jumpman
bro.
is better than Sycamore.
Hell no.
yes.
Is it Jumpman Drake's song?
It's
No,
one of-
it's
one
a
of
collab
them.
album.
Yeah.
Oh,
DS2.
it was off that.
Yeah, it was off DS2. Like fucking some commas. Come
Yeah.
on, bro.
Jumpman,
Bro, you
Jumpman.
should
Dude,
try
that's.
it.
I remember when I dropped in
Try
7th
Impossible.
grade, I
Dude.
was.
Okay, if we're talking about most popular all time, Future has it.
Future has
Mask
popular?
Mask
Mask
off.
off.
Bro, that was the
That
literally
literally
on the
said-
top.
Travis Scott has more.
Antidote,
Travis Scott
Goosebumps,
100% has more.
Mask
songs.
off. Percocet. Molly Percocets.
Goosebumps.
Molly Percocets.
Superbowl was the #1 song of all time that got on number one.
Okay, yeah, but that was
Those
that
two
wasn't his
words
song.
literally.
Superbowl was it definitely a song.
It
No, bro,
ignited
it's
a
like,
generation.
Without a feature, I'm saying Future has the
Probably
best,
better
like
than
the most like played song without a feature.
Yes.
Yeah, he has too. He was telling me about it last
Mask Off has more plays than Goosebumps.
He literally ignited a whole generation
Yes.
with Molly
Right now.
Percocet.
Okay, let's look at it. Let's
So
look
we'll look at it right now.
Percocet, Molly, dude, that was the best
It was
song
the-
that came out.
The issue is Travis Scott amplifies his features to the point where his best songs are with features. But I don't know.
Yeah, Travis
Or
Scott
those hype songs,
only can go banger with the feature.
That's not true. Way back.
But
Yeah.
no. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll give you that.
Outside, which one was
But
that?
Travis Scott makes other artists better.
Don Toliver is better than Travis Scott.
No.
Fuck
Chill.
no.
Don
man.
Toliver is
Chill,
better than Travis Scott.
The Bottom Line Podcast.
Chill,
We'll talk to y'all
chill.
next week. I'm Afif. That's Daniel. That's
Dude.
Tito.
Whatever.
Dude.
I'll talk